Howdy, folks. All right. Sound, picture, cool. Okay, where were... Oh, that's right. So I was up at Castle Saul. I walked away from there. Well, you'll see in a sec. Didn't want to listen to this. Like, the whole time I was waiting for the stream to start, so... Yep. So... yeah, gonna do what I can to kind of make that not happen anymore. Gonna do that as fast as I possibly can, but we'll see. Whoops. Okay, we're good. A little bit worried there for a sec. What's this? Butterfly. Being held by guy, I guess. Also, yeah, let's equip that Healy Talisman. Now that we're not in a boss fight against someone that's trying to burn me alive. Okay, so I think this is the correct way. Gonna be some... yes. Spirit douche. There he is, there he goes. Yeah, gotta look out for that guy. Holy god, okay. Not good. Okay, yeah, let's... it's rough. Oof, okay. Let's see if I can time this way. Alright, cool. We're good. Okay, so now I think I can go back and deal with Mr. Bing Bong. Oh, I need to get over there before he walks away. Jeez, he's like right here, wow. Oh, please don't tell me I just missed that. Is there like another way to jump up there, or... can't call Torrent. See what he's gonna do. Feel like when they get really close, they kind of start cycling through. They don't get too far away, so maybe I don't have to wait that long. Big boy. Okay, yeah, I just need him to get close enough for me to jump on there. Maybe? Soon? Okay, yeah, so he's kind of getting closer now. Just need him to kind of dip down a little bit. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Almost. Come on. Is there something I'm supposed to do around his feet? Like with some of the others? I thought that there's... pretty sure I need to jump up. Do I need to jump from higher up? Interesting. Okay, well, is he getting closer? I can't tell. Is it even possible to get over there? Would I be able to jump up there from... Okay. This guy. Maybe? I feel like I need to time this just right or it's gonna just absolutely blow up in my face. I definitely can't, like, jump up there. This is, wait. What's he doing? Kinda looked like he was... Okay, surely this is almost it, right? He's getting so close. I guess if maybe I was up there, it would actually work. Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh? Okay, wait. No, this is it. Alright. Thank God. What stuff feels okay? Showed up just in time to watch me finally make it up here. Where the hell are all the skulls, though? There's supposed to be, like, skulls up here that I can kinda knock off, right? What, Okay, hold on. What? There's supposed to be skulls here, I'm pretty sure. It's like this area isn't, like, rendering properly? Am I crazy? Or is there maybe just, like, a small collection of skulls somewhere? Are they invisible? Wow. Okay, I really thought that, like, getting up here, shown up for 20 months, almost 2 years, that is insane. Wow. Jesus, I didn't even know I've been doing this for 2 years. Not legs. I thought this one wasn't legs. I thought that's why this one, like, got close over here. I thought that's why I was able to jump up here and everything. But I guess I should go check the legs, because... okay, I guess I will just... Can I just teleport down there? Yeah, alright. So let's see what the hell's going on. Better not be the legs. It is. Ah! I thought that you were different. Thought you were stronger. Alright. Almost. That should be it, right? A little more? There we go, there we go. Why does this one even walk so close to the castle then? It's kind of confusing, but whatever. Alright, where is the front? Here? There we go. Alright. Using this place is not as important as just making it not make noise. I haven't gotten any of these. I guess I think I should consider it. I'll go look at some of their weapons. Oh, wrong way. Enya. Go talk to her. I forget to talk to her a lot, honestly, in my playthroughs.
Well,
I don't know if I've talked to her a single time this playthrough.
You know what this means.
Jeez.
The Earth Tree has spurned you. The fingers remain still, shaken by this turn of events. They are busy consulting the greater will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass. No matter for me, but you...
Does it really take so long for them to communicate with the greater will, like, every time?
My, oh my. Heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Earth Tree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the Rune of Death too? The Rune of Death goes by two names. The other is Destined Death. The forbidden shadow plucked from the Golden Order upon its creation. Unleashing the rune now would be unthinkable. The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will.
Keeps prompting the share your subversivery? Subversivery?
But here we are. The fingers
What is that?
Severing our link
Maybe
to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on.
Must be cardinal
Finish
forever.
the job. Take the course you deem most worthy.
So she's almost saying cardinal, like, forbidden. Who says the sin must remain cardinal forever, like... a weird way to say that. Gens... That scales with faith? I don't know that. Alright, let's get the blasphemous blade.
Now go let the work.
Does she have something else to say? The you've been subbed for 20 months message. Oh, gotcha.
You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the
That is crazy.
forge of the giants on the highest peak in the lands between can burn the Earth Tree. But special kindling is required to reignite.
God, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's like, I feel like...
the flame to burn the Earth Tree.
I don't know. It's just kind of awesome.
Sacrifice is needed. Of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the
I never really thought about
rune
what it
of
would be
death.
like 2, 3, 4 years out, whatever. Played you $100 so far. Hopefully it helped the coffee funds. Well, I seriously appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. It has been
Now go
great to have you here. Absolutely. Okay. Let's upgrade that blasphemous blade a little bit. I need more dexterity. My character is inflexible.
Well,
Time is a wild concept to grasp it for real. I always feel like I get time stuff, but then it's like, you know, a certain amount of time has passed, right? Then I'm like, whoa. Like, if it's in a sci-fi book, I'm right there with you, but real lifetime? Happening, like, for real? That shit's wild. Um, 3,000? 4,000? Let's do 4,000. Okay, let's get some dexterity so that I can maybe one day use some of these cool weapons I am buying. And... guess Castle Sol? Did I beat? I beat Rykard. Did I ever... never beat, what's his name? I can understand 40,000 years of lore and wars, but 20 months. It's a small scale. For real, right? Today I was finally able... it feels... so, like, the first 3 TikToks I made, by the way, were, like... those were mostly for people that didn't know, kind of, like, anything about Warhammer at all. Because the things I really want to talk about are the Primarchs and the Space Marines. Primarchs and Space Marines are, I mean, I feel like for most people, that's why we're here. They're pretty awesome. So that has been what I've been trying to get to this whole time. The first 3 videos I made were sort of backstory, so that if you knew nothing about Warhammer 40k, I could explain the Primarchs to you in a way that wouldn't be like, what the hell does that mean? So, yeah, tomorrow I'm probably going to make a video about, like, I had it written down somewhere, but in the video I'm probably going to go over the, each Primarch kind of, like, really briefly. Something I really wanted to make sure I brought up in part 2 was the Lost Legions. Because there were 20 Primarchs. Like, technically there's only 18. Because 2 of them were, like, wiped from history for... we don't know why. Which, by the way, is a reference to, like, a lot of... the Imperium of mankind is kind of based on the Roman Empire in a lot of ways, and one of those being that, lost my train of thought because I got fired. I got shot by a fire arrow. Roman Empire, Game of Man. Oh god. Okay, just one sec. My brain up. Whoa, 3rd dog. Gotcha. Okay. Oh right, the Lost Primarchs. So there are actual lost legions of the Roman Empire that, like there were, you know, a certain number of legions in the Roman Empire. There are straight up just certain legions we know absolutely, we know they existed, but they're like a void of information. I don't know if it was like the same situation where they were purposely wiped for some reason, as like a punishment, because this is the same culture, by the way, that came up with the word decimation. Deci being like 10, I think. Yeah, because I think decimation, if your legion fucked up bad enough, then it would get decimated, and like 10% of your legion was killed as punishment. And it was called decimation, I think. So, yeah. This kind of means, like, to be utterly destroyed nowadays, but there you go. Should do one on Necrons and the Tomb World, as well as the Pact that strip them of all life. Oh my god, yes, or possibly even Mechanicus. Yes, I don't know, I always want to say I don't know as much about certain, like, factions as I do, and then I feel like I actually know quite a bit about them. Mechanicus for sure, but, like, you're right, the Necron story is so interesting. Especially if, like, some of their similarities to, like, the Thousand Sons Legion. That's another thing I kind of want to end up talking about eventually. With, like, the whole way that they kind of get turned into these unfeeling... Like, someone wanted to do something good for their people, but ended up accidentally turning everyone into... sort of, like, unfeeling, soulless husks. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Yes. All right. That's it. Wow. That worked out pretty much perfectly. Aren't they Chaos Primarchs? Wait, aren't Chaos Primarchs? The they are Chaos Space Marines, yeah, the Thousand Sons Legion. But the thing at so, like, during the heresy groups and Primarchs felt the chaos, yeah. So the Thousand Sun Legions is Magnus the Reds. Magnus is like the sorcery Primarch, kind of. He shouldn't... What's his name be here? I need to go talk to Patches. I'm already here. That's annoying. Anyway, so you have Magnus the Red. His legion is the Thousand Sons. After they fell to chaos, their legion kind of always had, like, really bad problems with, like, mutation and deterioration. Like, so there were, like, really bad flaws in the gene seed. Once they fell to chaos, it got, like, way worse, especially since they were, you know, their patron god was Tzinch, who's, like, the god of change. He loves, like, adding mutations and stuff like that. So Ahriman, I think it's Ahriman, who's, like, Magnus's, like, #1, like, right-hand Space Marine guy. He casts this spell called the Rubric of Ahriman, whatever his name, and it turned all the Thousand Sun Legion, like, technically, so his goal was to cast that spell in order to, like, stop his legion from, like, to protect them from, like, the mutations that they were experiencing. So the spell technically worked, because they wouldn't mutate anymore, but all the Thousand Sun soldiers, except for, like, the Psychers that were kind of strong enough to maintain their will, they were sort of incinerated and melded with their armor, so they became, like, think Full Metal Alchemist, like the living armor kind of guy, but less sentient. Like, the less of them is left. They're a lot like the Necrons. Like, they accidentally kind of, like, burned out a lot of their legion and just turned them into shells. It's a little tragic, but it
Think not of the
worked.
kindling. I shall see to that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountaintops of the giants, far above the clouds. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin, but it must be done to reach the path beyond. And that is the path I wish to travel. What is your mind? Shall I turn? Let my hand share them with me.
Okay. So yeah, I wish I had talked to Patches first, but that's fine. I've got this now, so let's go see Patches now. It's interesting that this version of Patches is like the only one that cares about anyone at all, and it's Tanith. It almost kind of makes me wonder about Tanith, because it's like... feels like there are two people now who are just, they saw her and they were just smitten beyond reason or something. Like,
you make this nonsense seem well.
it's like Rykard and him both just like, something about her seems to just had them completely captivated. Like they would do anything for her. It's like, I love that for them, but like, what the hell's going on here?
And Tanith has lost her head. A fine mess. But how else could it end? When Daddy Ambition's head over heels courting Lady Blasphemy. Well, here I am. Untethered. Once again. Goodbye, my friend. What is it? Oh, come to make a parting donation to...
I don't really need any of this garbage.
Stingy little beggar. Try to find it in your heart next time, eh?
Dude, all your stuff's stolen. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so Patches should be gone. Yippers. Let me go see... I think I should have talked to Raya before I killed, Rykard. I hope I didn't mess up this whole thing, but, hopefully I can still get the, Datakar's Woe talisman. I can't remember if the Raven Primarch is the one. One of them just became schizophrenic because of psychrovisions. That might be Perturabo. Perturabo was like haunted by the Eye of Terror. Like, even when he closed his eyes, he could see it, and, like, other people couldn't see it. He would point up at the sky and be like, do you guys see that giant weird rift thing in the sky? And they'd be like, what are you talking about? And it made him super paranoid, so he basically trusted, like, no one his entire life. Yeah, Perturabo's pretty tragic. I don't know a whole lot about his story, but I've also heard he's kind of like a huge bitch. Like, very whiny and stuff. But I might be misremembering. And I think Perturabo is the World Eaters? Maybe? I think so? I don't know, that might be Angron's. Whoops, okay, so what's her name is this way. Then there's the one who doesn't die because if he... he inhabit... The one who can't die because if he's killed, he inhabits the winner's body. I don't remember that one.
Oh, it's you. I'm afraid there is something I must tell you. I was an unwanted child, born not of grace,
I know that Fulgrim...
but of a hideous
I don't think that's how
ritual.
Fulgrim works, but I don't know.
Something that can never be accepted. Not by men, nor serpents. Even Lady Tanith shouldn't accept me. I know that you have done so much for me, but I wish to ask one last kindness.
He's known as the best
Tell me,
builder.
please.
Speakers.
I thought
Technically,
that
he
I
cannot
feared
lose.
nothing, but this
The best builder
free me from
is
this accursed frame.
I mean, I guess the person who's best known for like defense or whatever is Rogel Dorn. I think he's like the Imperial Fist, sort of like dullest speak to text. Yeah, I can tell that there's something going on here.
But I wish to ask one. Kill me, please.
No.
I thought that I free me from this accursed.
Nope. Okay. So let's go to back to the temple. He wasn't easy to. I'll just wait. Gotcha. Speech to text just does not want to understand you. You know what? That kind of makes sense too. I feel like Warhammer 40k is full of all kinds of weird words that just kind of make speech to text be like, did you just invent that? I would say that of all the Chaos Legions, though, Thousand Suns is pretty much, like, I think that they're the coolest. They have this, like, interesting sort of Egyptian theme. Like, all their units have a sort of Egyptian aesthetic, I guess I should say. So there's lots of, like, gold trim with, I think purple. Might be blue, but, you know, you can never know if you're colorblind. Might be blue. I think it's blue.
You're not willing to kill me, are you?
The Blood Angels and the Space Wolves.
And uncompromising. I suppose I'm how kind.
I thought that she... Maybe I have to go somewhere else and then come back? So what about the Blood Angels and the Space Wolves? Or, they're Space Wolves, right? I think it's the Space Wolves. Leman Russ and Sanguinius. I said them in the wrong order, but... Blood Angels are really cool because they're like... they're kind of like vampires, actually. They have like... they're like really pale, and they have like long canines, the canine teeth, and I think that their initiation rite even involves like drinking some of like their Primarch's blood. Not to mention they can, one of their flaws in their gene seed, like something that can happen is the red thirst, which is basically like this undying thirst for blood that they can kind of get like overwhelmed by. Thinking of the 40k Viking style, that was great. Yeah, the Space Wolves are like Viking, like werewolf almost Space Marines. They are awesome. They if they can't control themselves in like a similar kind of way to the Blood Angels, then they can turn into something called I think it's called a Wolfen, or they can turn into wolf monsters if they like let their urge to like fight like overwhelm them. I think I might be way off on that one, but it's something along that line. They can turn into some kind of wolf creature, but they're already like, they have a lot of wolf-like traits. Like I think that they are kind of like hairier than normal and stuff, and you know, I mean, they're Vikings, so it fits. But yeah, they're also one of the they're one of the chapters that is not Codex compliant, which means that they're yeah, most of the chapters got split up, or most of the legions got split up into like little chapters, so that people wouldn't have that much power. But the Space Wolves are like, fuck that, nope, and they just all hang out together on their home planet, kind of like just being Viking dudes. Like I don't know a whole lot about what they do actually, but they are the sworn enemies of the Thousand Sons. Like they hate the Thousand Sons and Psychers. I think. Like I don't think like other chapters can have Psychers. I don't think that any of the Space Wolves are Psychers. They don't. They don't like them. They won't have them. They have like a different name for the position that's usually filled by a psyker too. Like for other chapters, it would be a librarian. I think they have something else. Morally gray extermination squads. If you want to talk about some real gray quote unquote extermination squads, the Grey Knights are like the coolest chapter ever. They were not made from the DNA of any of the Primarchs. They were made from like the Emperor's DNA. And they were designed, all of them are Psychers, and they were designed specifically to fight demons and chaos stuff. If you're not a Space Marine, like if you're like a regular guards person and a Grey Knight shows up, they kill you. Because you're not supposed to know that the Grey Knights exist. Because if you know that the Grey Knights exist, then you know, like, why they exist, and that's to fight chaos, which is not supposed to be something that people know about. Like, it's a secret. So the Grey Knights are generally a secret. If you're a Space Marine, they mind wipe you. Like, you're not exempt from the rules. No one is allowed to know they were, like, ever there. Grey Knights are dope. The leader of the Grey Knights, I think it's something Drogo, Kaldor Drogo. At some point, he got like pulled into the warp, and he's just like stuck there, and he's fighting like endless waves of demons constantly, but he's just like winning. Like he's just like hanging on in there, constantly fighting. Like it's not a problem for him. Sometimes he like shows up in the middle of like fights temporarily. Then gets like pulled back into the warp. He's sort of this like mythical figure to them almost. But yeah, dude is literally just straight up fighting for like forever in the warp against demons, which is unheard of. He is Doom Guy on cocaine. He's fighting through hell against all the demons. And the demons are, like, scared of him. Sissy salamanders. Hey, the salamanders are nice. Salamanders are, like, the closest thing we'll get to good guys in the Warhammer 40k universe. Except for maybe kind of the Tau, but the Tau are weird. And just maybe not as nice as they seem. I feel like the Grey Knights, the Blood Angels have the same favorite color. If you see the crest in the battlefield, it probably means you're not going home. Yeah, I think the Blood Angels, I hope I'm not getting them confused with the Dark Angels. But they're, I might be getting them confused with Dark Angels. Never mind. They're like fallen angels or something. Like some of them fell to chaos, and they're deeply ashamed of it. I think it's the Dark Angels, yeah. And yeah, if you know anything about like the fact that any of the Dark Angels fell to chaos, they'll kill you. They are deeply ashamed of it, and they will do whatever it takes to make sure that like not even another Space Marine. I don't know if they kill Space Marine legions. I don't know a lot about how they handle other Space Marines knowing about that. They try really hard not to tell them. But yeah, it's one of their deepest shames. They don't like people knowing. They will absolutely. I know that they'll like if they're working with other Space Marines, they won't tell them, and they will prioritize dealing with the fallen angel over helping their brothers, like no matter what. The Tau are the least good guys because they're the trolley experiment on crack. Oh, the greater good. Yeah, the greater good or whatever. When they were first created, they were not. I didn't think they were very interesting because like they were kind of like presented as like kind of just objectively good guys. And from what I've heard, they've kind of been making them like more and more morally gray or like evil or whatever over time. But I want to say when it started out, yeah, the Tau were just kind of cool. Like they just genuinely wanted what was best for people, but there were like whispers of the what's that, the leader leader caste potentially using some kind of like mind control thing. That was what I heard at first, but I think I didn't like that. I don't think that there should be just like good guys in the 40k universe. I feel like that kind of goes against the whole like point. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh wow, big ass circle. Okay, you have a caste system. What did you expect? Yeah, I know. I mean, well, they were presented as at least being like the most, the least evil, like the by far the least of all evils. But I think that they have done a good job, from what I've understood, kind of like making them more exist in like a gray area that kind of keeps them comparable to other nations, civilized cultures. Whoops. All right. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, that's like the whole thing with the Tau. They're like the caste system that's on top. I think it's like the ethereals or whatever the hell they're called. They actually use like mind control or something to achieve their, like, to enforce the greater good. But I don't know a whole lot about the Tau. They haven't really been like a super interesting faction for me. I feel like the Tau kind of need to maybe be developed a little bit more. They're like so new. But I don't know. I've heard some cool Tau stuff, but yeah. The Tau are somewhat responsible for creating the Necrons. Are they? I thought it was the Eldar or something like that. That were the I don't remember who the rivals of the Necrons were. Was it the old ones? Yeah, I thought maybe they fought the old ones or something, like the original dudes that did like everything basically. Eldar, not Tau. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I thought it was like it had something to do. There was like they called it the War in Heaven or something. And I know that the Eldar and the Orcs, well, they started out as like warrior creations of the Great Ones or the Old Ones or whatever the hell they're called. The old lizard people. And I thought the Necrons were fighting them, but I could be wrong. They could have been fighting the Eldari Empire, like the ancient Eldari Empire. Okay. Cool. The Eldar didn't kill Space Entity, and the Necron nuked their planet's life expectancy. It's 30. Oh, I thought that their planet was just sort of naturally like that. Like they just naturally had like a sort of irradiated planet, and their lifespan was 30. I remember that was like the reason that their irradiation or whatever it was. I thought it was something like they refused to like help them, like help fix their people or something, or fix like the problems in their people. Necrons made a pact with the Eldar army. Yeah, I thought it was something like they wanted to make a pact with them, but the Eldar refused, and so the Necrons had to go with the Catan, the weird star dudes, star monster things. Alright. I think I have enough to level up if I... It's almost very bad. Lever's gotta be around here somewhere. Jesus. Okay, hold on. I feel like I'm going in circles here, so let's try to figure this out. Okay, been here. I think I'm going backwards. That might be the entrance. Let's just figure that out real quick. Yep. That's the entrance, I think. Yeah, okay. Now we're going the right way. We've killed pretty much everything along the way. Just need to find the right path through this place. I do know that the Eldar ruined the warp. Yes, the Eldari... Yeah, they fell to like... They're super... they have a really strong... They're actually a lot like, the, like... what are they called? The Vulcans from Star Trek, in a way. They feel emotions really intensely. And they went through this whole like phase of like super hedonism and blah blah blah. Like they had like pleasure cults and like all this stuff. And they basically went so overboard that their like lust and desire and stuff created Slanesh, one of the 4 Chaos Gods, which also created the Eye of Terror and started like I think it was part of the Age of Strife or something. It basically made the warp so turbulent like almost no one could like travel through it really for a while before it like calmed down. It, like cut off thousands of planets from one another. And the Dark Eldar, the Dark Elves, are basically like just the ones that kept doing that in the webbed way. They like hid somewhere Slanesh couldn't find them, and they were like, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing though. Next time your legs are being ripped off from a workpiece, remember that they might have been created millions of years ago by an Eldar. Oh, by a warp beast. Yeah, for real though. So yeah, the Craft World Eldar are like the ones that said they created these arcs. And then they became something very similar to Vulcans. Actually, they try to control themselves, not fall prey to like any sort of desires or they even go as far as to not like become too obsessed with like or too invested in whatever they're doing. They walk like all these like they're called like the paths of the Eldar or something like that, or the Eldari paths. It's like when you're walking the path, you pick up some activity, you invest yourself in it completely, and then at some point you just stop. You put it down. You don't think about it anymore. You you just and then you move on to something else. And that way they like kind of they don't form sort of any obsession or sort of desire for a certain thing. That's kind of how I understood it. I think it might be a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah. Whoops. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. A little bit more, a little bit more. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Yes. But yeah, I think basically the Dark Eldar went into the webway. The Dark Eldar refused to ever use psychics. Like, there are no Dark Eldar psychics. And they... It's interesting, because they actually are trying to avoid Slaanesh. Like, they are doing everything they can to avoid ever being absorbed by Slaanesh. But I think that Slaanesh is, like, because they are still, like, continuing their sort of hedonistic ways, Slaanesh is sort of constantly siphoning their souls, so they are constantly inflicting, like, all sorts of, like, pains and tortures upon other people and, like, feeding off of their, like, the emotions from, like, these intense sensations, and, like, feeding off of that, sort of like vampires. Like, they can like start to look really old if they haven't fed for a while, and then like they're kind of vampiric. It's interesting, and it despite the fact that they actually like they hate Slaanesh and they are doing everything they can to like make sure they don't get absorbed by her. They basically they do exactly the kinds of stuff that she would love, or that you know, her demons would want to do. I'm also starting to think the Zamor were probably became Banished Knights. Something says the Zamor gained great renown in the war against the Giants or something like that, which makes sense because they're like rivals with them. But I think that could explain how some of the Banished Knights, there's something mentioned that their accomplishments allowed them to like they were only banished because they were so accomplished. So it's got to make me think like maybe that was the Zamor. The Banished Knights, or you know, some of the Banished Knights basically gained so much renown as Zamor in the blah 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 war against the Giants or something. I don't know, but I feel like they have the same hair. They have wind powers. Oh, this is definitely the like ram, right? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Viking Space Wolves with the wolf in. Riding of the Ancient Dragons, got Golden, fought to the last, earned friendship with Dread Fortisax. Conrad Kurz was the one you were thinking of? Oh, he's the, I forgot. Was he the Night Lords guy? He's kind of like super edgy. I don't know a whole lot about him. I remember not liking him because he doesn't like his own Legion very much. It's like, I mean, I guess, you know, he hates himself or something, so that kind of makes sense, but his Legion is basically just a reflection of him, so... I think Conrad Kurz is the one I'm thinking of. There's two, like, edgy, raven-y kind of boys, like Conrad Kurz and, Corvus Corvax. Name's, like, literally Corvus. It's like, Jesus. Night Hunter, edgy, long hair, a bit schizophrenic. Yeah, that's him. I kind of forgot his deal though. I didn't remember him being like paranoid and or schizophrenic or whatever. He might be one of the people I know like the least about actually. One of the Primarchs, I mean. Like for some reason I don't know a whole lot about him. Okay, let's upgrade. Where is it? Oh, Blasphemous Blade. Okay. Let's go get some more Somber Stones. That's also the one that could make himself kind of be, like, not seen if he didn't want to, right? Like, he was the one that could be sneaky snakes. Feeling of isolation gradually grew into paranoia. The gulf between the Night Hunter and the Brotherhood of the other Primarchs only widened. Events reached ahead following the end of the pacification of the something system.
Back already, no matter.
Alright, let's upgrade this thing. Excellent. So all I need is one more dexterity and I can wield the Blasphemous Blade. Might not scale as well with strength as this weapon, but we'll see. Might be better. Never used it before. So I went through that area. Let's continue through Castle Saul. Night Lords, yeah, they specialize in psychological, warfare. They also, once they fell to chaos, they literally started like, I think that I want to say they like torture people and like turn their torment into like, it's like crazy. They like drink it, or it's like they turn it into like a drug or something. Something like that. The Night Lords are pretty messed up. Oh, that's the guy that also, I think he destroyed his own homeworld and like the world that they were like recruiting all their people from. I'm also pretty sure that the Night Lords were all like, whereas other um, chapters or legions or whatever would maybe recruit like, you know, the best of the best or whatever, the Night Lords only recruited like criminals and like psychopaths and stuff that were willing to basically do anything to their enemies. Okay. Where did this guy go? There we go. We were sneaking. We've received your offer of surrender and reject it. We did not come to receive your supplication, but to enact judgment. The time to surrender has long passed. The verdict is writ by your own hands. Now is the time to die. Oh, I hereby sign the death warrant. Oh yeah, the speech that they gave before an exterminatus. I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world. Something like that. Oh, okay. Whoops. Alright. There is a hawk around here that breathes fire. I need to make sure I deal with these dogs before it shows up. Didn't deal with the dogs. Bird showed up. Died immediately. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. Cool. Oh god. Am I really about to get frostbitten anyway? Oh my god, a second one I forgot. Wow, okay. That worked out. Not good. Alright. There you are. Whoops. God, I need more health. Alright. God, I have not been able to land that, that crit. Whatever the hell it's called. Blood Angels Legion, number 9. Primarch Sanguinius. Yeah, poor Sanguinius. Sanguinius is dope. Was dope. But when he was killed in the Horus Heresy, his legion took it so hard they were literally dealt like genetic psychic damage. I mentioned that they sometimes they experience this flaw called the red thirst. Sometimes they also have another flaw called the black rage, where so Horus killed Sanguinius in the Horus Heresy, like at the height of the Horus Heresy. Some of his blood angels, if they start to experience the black rage, it has to do with like basically the shame of not being able to protect their own Primarch during that heresy, but they start to basically get confused and enter this dissociative hallucination state where they think that they are Sanguinius fighting Horus in the last battle where he fell, and like they can't always tell like friend from foe. Like they'll think that their own allies are Horus, and just start wigging out. The ones that they and I think they try to like lock them in a tower or something. There's just like a tower of blood angels. There's a tower of blood angels that are all just like howling in agony because they're like inflicted with like the red thirst, the black rage, or whatever, and they're not sure how to fix it. Whoops. No, not the birds. They're birding. Eh. Okay, we got him. Bird be gone. Sanguinius was kind of a Mary Sue, but by God, he was actually rug pulled. Yeah, and I mean, I feel like that's almost like the point. That was almost the point of like I feel like making him a Mary Sue. He was just like so perfect and so amazing. Everyone loved him. He was seen as being like the person most worthy to replace the Emperor, even. So for him to be like the person that like the one that like for him to die at the very height of the Horus heresy is just, I feel like it's the most tragic possible thing that could happen. And it really like highlights, I guess, just how bad the Horus heresy was for even if you like don't really care about like all of the other legions being decimated in like the whatever the hell that one battle was. There's one battle where in the Horus heresy where basically a bunch of, before they really know that all their brothers have fallen to chaos, the Chaos Marines set this trap for like the Loyalist Marines, and Istvan 4, Istvan 5, the Battle of, I think it's Istvan 4, the Battle of something, Drop Site Massacre is another name for it. Some legions were like literally just, they lost so, like I think some of them lost 80% of their legion or something. Like they're still not totally recovered from that event. It was a huge blow to the Loyalist Space Marines. Cool. When I was looking over his death, it's the most Caesar-esque death ever. Come, my brother, and stand with me unbetrayed. Oh, I don't know the details. I just know that, like, he fought Horus, and then, like, Horus, like, eventually ended up kind of striking him down. I don't totally know how Caesar-esque, I guess. Lucius the Eternal was the duelist I was trying to tell you about. If you kill him through a warp ghost, starts to transform your body and mind until he becomes you, and you become him. Well, wow, weird. That's so cool. I've never heard of him. What is he? Like, that's... I don't think that's a Primarch, right? Is he just like one of the other Perpetuals? Wow, that's a lot of damage. I need to go get more health. Like, I need to level up and invigorate. Lucius the Eternal is the champion of the Chaos God Slanesh, Lord Commander, Emperor's Children, Traitor Legion. Gotcha. So he's Fulgrim's Soul Thief, Fulgrim's champion, Blade of Aeons, and the Scion of Chemos. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. So he's sort of the Ahriman of the Emperor's Children. Because basically, a lot of the Primarchs kind of were, like, even the ones that didn't die were sort of, they, like, left for sort of not good reasons. Like, they just sort of were written out as sort of being like, well, they're out there, they're just not active. But I think that is kind of true even for some of the, like, demon Primarchs, because it feels like Ahriman, like, even though Magnus was like he should have been able to do something, he should still be a threat. It feels like Ahriman is talked about a lot and plays like a more active role now that they have fallen to chaos. That's right, I need to come back later. Let's go fight. Let's see if I can do okay against Gallus. The 13th Company, Captain of the Emperor's Children Legion, formerly Lord Commander of the Emperor's Children Traitor Legion. A Chaos Primarch? I thought Fulgrim is he's the Primarch of the Emperor's Children Traitor Legion. I think that he's sort of like, yeah, like the leader of the Chaos Space Marine Legion in Fulgrim's absence, but I think Fulgrim is a like a demon prince or something like that. I think most of the Primarchs that fell to chaos became demon princes, if not all of them. Whoops. Oh, God. God damn. Ooh, that was so close. Get out of that, get out of that! Oh god. Damn, thought I backed away fast enough, I guess not. Damn. Oh god, this is the end. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. Alright. We're alive. Don't know how. Ran out of stamina because I did that. Oh god, I'm dead. Yeah, that when he does the big roar, I didn't do as much damage as I thought either. Alright, not doing that again. Probably get more experience from fighting Okina. So I will come back to you. Sanguinius ultimately halted a sword, urging Kurz that it was not too late to change, join with his loyalist brothers. Proclaiming there was only chaos in the end, Kurz set off an explosive trap and escaped. Sanguinia unread Kurz from Night Lords. Oh, that's right, I can't kill them. Can't hurt them. She still had my compass. I think this is the right way? Gotta kinda do a zigzag so that I don't get shot by the crabs or crawdads or whatever the hell. Oh god, see, yeah, look, that almost got me. God, alright. I remember always loving that bell bearing because it's just almost all the other bell bearings make you work for it. You have to go through this whole dungeon. You have to get to the end. Sometimes you have to like find it on the map first, even, but this one's just like sitting there in a place that you're definitely gonna go just through the normal pace of the game.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Sure.
In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand.
Anchor, I
Put
hardly
the
know
giants to
you
the
are well.
sword and confine the flame atop
Yeah,
the
Anchor's the
land.
best weapon.
Let a new epoch begin. An epoch glistening with life.
I'm surprised I haven't said that yet, though,
Brandish
actually.
the Elden ring for the age of the Erd Tree. We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
Womp womp. She gonna die. So now we power up the flasks. Yeah, that's how I deal with death. Once I'm so sorry your mother's passed, I'm like, womp womp. Best weapon still winged scythe. That scythe is awesome. I think if I remember correctly, it like It actually like cancels enemy healing too. They can't like if you hit someone with the skill, they can't heal for a little while. Word contenders Everjail. So this is like something I hadn't really noticed or thought about before, I guess. Vike's Everjail is really close to this Fire Monk Fortress. It's like forts, whatever. I have to wonder if they're the ones that stopped him, or if they had something to do with his imprisonment. Because, you know, their whole deal is to guard the flame. I wonder if they just couldn't get... I wonder if Vike just couldn't get past these guys. Whoops, gotta get out of here. Shush. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. Enough of that. Yeah, so one of the other reasons I've kind of wondered or been very suspicious that the Thorn Sorcerers have something to do with the Formless Mother is that they hurt themselves to use their attacks, and that they seem to be involved with blood. I mean, at the very least, their glintstones are made of blood, but, like, kind of looks like their thorns leave, like, blood trails behind, almost. I don't know. Don't mean to go back to 40k, but you see, he was just not too late to stand with me and betrayed. Oh. I mean, Horus was not gonna... Oh, I thought that, like, he fought Horus, and then, like, Horus beat him. I didn't think it was, like, a... Maybe a misunderstanding. The Blood and Flame aspect may be close to the Formless Mother. I think there's also, you know, they were led here by some distant light. For whatever reason, Moog was here too. Well, I guess we don't know where O'Kane met him, so we can't say that for sure. I think that the similarities between, like, I think regression is one of the things that kind of ties together all the Formless Mothers attributes. So I think that the Frenzied Flame and the Three Fingers kind of has something to do with it too. So I think that the fact that the Blood Star led them here, the fact that the Blood Star led those people here, even though they were blind, is a lot like how Hyena was led by some light, distant light, even though she was blind. Whoops. Uh-oh. I thought he was going to start using his skill. Oof. He died going down with the vengeful spirit when Cruz blew up the whole ship. I thought Sanguinius died. I'm pretty sure Sanguinius died fighting Horus, like in one-on-one combat, like right before the Emperor showed up. Maybe I'm wrong. Is there a text about a Blood Star, or am I off? The only two things about the Blood Star are written in the descriptions for the for the Thorn Sorceries. I don't know if I have any of them, either of them. Oh god. Did not do as much damage as I hoped. There's another one. Wow. Very lucky that worked out. What? Okay. That worked out better than I thought it would. I remembered having a lot of problems with those guys, but maybe it was a different playstyle? But yeah, it says something like the guilty were guided by the Blood Star. I don't remember super well. But all the Thorn Sorceress women are, I'm pretty sure, blind. They were blinded by thorns. I think it says something like blinded by thorns. The guilty were led by the Blood Star in the dark, or something. Whoa, 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 how much health do I have? Oh, I meant to heal twice. I missed a section on the wiki where he's beaten with the Worldbreaker Mace by Horus. Gotcha, okay. Because I was pretty sure that it was like... One thing I saw was that, I don't know how canon this is, but, like, Sanguinius, in his fight with Horus, even though he wasn't really able to land any solid blows on Horus because of how powerful he was, he managed to like make like a chip in his armor or something like that. That was what ultimately allowed the Emperor to defeat Horus. So like, I like to think that it's cool to think that like Sanguinius gave his life, you know, to make the Emperor's victory possible, especially since Sanguinius was like the Emperor could like see into the future a bit. Apparently, the Emperor had the ability to see like all kinds of potential futures and stuff. Sanguinius, of all the Primarchs, oh god, some Primarchs inherited his like gift to different degrees, but like it was strongest in Sanguinius. So Sanguinius could actually see the future relatively well, and he might have known that he had to like give his life that way. Kind of like, you know, I like to think of the Emperor. I like to kind of think of that the same way that maybe like we can think of what happened with like Infinity War, how it was like, even though the Emperor is in like a really bad situation, and it seems like everything is really bad right now, it's actually like it's what had to happen for the best case scenario to ultimately come about. Like I like to think, I don't know. Some people, I think it's like canonly the Emperor wasn't able to defeat Horus, or the Emperor suffered some of his like wounds because he wasn't willing to kill Horus because it was like his favorite son. It is interesting to think though that like maybe the Emperor just allowed himself to be wounded in such a way because it was necessary, because he saw the future and saw that it was what was needed. Whoops. Ah. Martyred? Yeah, potentially. I don't know, there's lots of theories about, like, because it's like, if the Emperor is as... if he has the foresight that he says he does, I think I've seen some people say that, like, you know, there is some, like, there are some parts of the Horus Heresy that Chaos sort of blocked from his sight, which I'm, you know, that makes sense, I'm fine with that. But, like, I don't know, the fact that he just would have no idea that, like, his children would ever fall to Chaos, and that he would never, like, be, and that he would be on the Golden Throne for 10,000 years, like, the fact that he wouldn't see that feels like it's possible that the Emperor is not as all-knowing as he claims. I think that that's super possible. But if he is, then I think that there's a really good chance that he allowed himself to be hurt so badly for a reason. Whoa. Oof. Oh god. Ooh, that was close. That's it. Yes. All right. Do we have enough? Ooh. Okay, we need, like, let's do like 4,000-ish more. What's up, Rancid Nanners? Back at Elden Ring, the guilty, their eyes gouged by thorns, lived in eternal darkness. There they discovered the Blood Star. Yeah, so I feel like the distant flame and the Blood Star may both rob you of vision, but implant you with their own truth, so frenzy, thorns of guilt. I think that it's also possible that it's like, they are lights that, you know, the frenzied... the Formless Mother might have a lot to do with darkness. Or something like that, or she might have some light that you can only see if you're blind, like Hyetta, and like the Thorn sorcerers. Horus Heresy, yes, we're talking Warhammer 40k. I started making some 40k lore TikToks kind of recently, so it's on the brain. The Emperor is a dumbass. The Emperor is... God damn, like, yeah, because it's like, you don't need foresight to know that, like, your children aren't gonna like you if you treat them like shit. And you made your children all-powerful, so what do you do with all-powerful children with daddy issues? I don't know, but they rebelled, and it's... I don't think he should be as surprised as he was. Is this really heavier than an anchor? This great sword, Blasphemous Blade, is heavier than an anchor. Alright, whatever. It's cool, so I'ma use it. Okay, so where am I going? Okay, yeah, I guess... I don't feel like I should fight the Fire Giant yet. But are there other bosses for me to fight? Am I missing someone? I mean, I could go to the Consecrated Snowfield, I guess, but... okay. Whoa. I am really surprised I didn't die from that. Orc Theory seemed to come into your streams at the perfect time every time. Really hope so we get some more on the Formless Mother in the DLC. Yes, I have a lot of thoughts about the Formless Mother and like tying her into regression and everything, so I would love that. Chaos Marine player. Ooh, Chaos Marine player. Do you have like a particular? I don't actually play, but I just love the lore. I would like to get some minis and paint them and stuff eventually. But is there a particular legion or whatever that you like to play as, or? I think the Thousand Suns are really cool. Um. Seeker's Flames. Yeah, let's do that. Whoops. God, okay. Should be it. Whoa, God, okay. Interesting. I never noticed that they have golden greatswords too, so these guys also helped fight the war against the giants? Interesting. Why are these guys so different from the trolls that we see elsewhere? Like, why do they have hair here and not in other places? Red Corsair is my faction of choice. Oh, I hadn't heard of them. I'm not like, I guess, are they, so they're like a Chaos Space Marine Legion, maybe that's like derived from another one or something? Emperor Man with his first encounter and propaganda works are keeping him alive. Oh yeah. Space Pirates. Grand Blackheart is really cool. Can I get through this? Bones. Cool. Has all those like growths coming out of actually, yeah, let's like take a quick look at this, because okay, so he's also kind of got the weird little kind of thorn things growing out of his back, where like not thorn things, but like I feel like there are a lot of creatures like dragons and the ancestral spirits that just kind of have these weird growths coming out of their like backs, like branch-like growths. I don't know if it's supposed to be like one of those, they look so plant-like in certain ways. Like around their heads and stuff. Are you guys plants? Am you plant? Come on. Nah, whatever. Oh god. Thousand Suns and Word Bearers are my favorite proper trader legions. Gotcha. Cool, cool. I think it's at least fair to say the orcs are helping. Yeah, that's kind of how I've always seen it. I don't know how responsible the orcs are, but I think it's super possible they're doing something. Orcs are crazy. Red Corsairs came from the Astral Claws chapter a while after the Horus Heresy. Lieutenant Huron wanted to be independent, and the Imperium didn't like that. Gotcha. It's interesting. So it's a legion that, or a chapter that fell to chaos after the Horus Heresy. That's interesting. Okay. Also, this guy is using fire. He's using fire giant incantations. Wait a sec. I mean, like, you know, that makes sense or whatever, but I didn't know that they did that. What did he, like, use? He didn't attack me with something, right? What was that? Whatever. That's all I needed to know. But, okay, but that does... It's another example right there of the people that fought against the fire giants seemed like they used fire monk incantations. I mean, in fact, we even know there's, I don't know what it is. It's right here. There's a hero's grave here. Actually, we can go over to it real quick. One of the first items that you can collect there, one of the first incantations, is a fire monk incantation. And something that's really important to know before I say the rest of this, there is an Erd Tree incantation that protects against a certain damage type, and each one is for a specific war that the Erd Tree fought. There's one for the war against the Ancient Dragons, lightning barrier or whatever, protected them against the Ancient Dragon's lightning. There's Golden Barrier or something like that. It protected them in the Liurnian Wars against magic, and it specifically says like which war each one was, like, each incantation was created for or came for or whatever. The only war that there is not an incantation for, that we know the Erd Tree champions fought, is for the war against the giants. And in this place that I'm trying to get to, just get away from this guy, there is a fire monk incantation that says that it's like one of the oldest, I think, but also that it was used by the champions of the Erd Tree in the war against the giants. I don't think it... Does it say it's one of the oldest? What's up, Sylvan Hikari? What's up? Happy weekend. Basically, tax evasion caused a planet-wide war. I love making Warhammer, like, ridiculous or, like, silly in some way. Like, it is always really funny to me when someone comes up with just, like, okay, like, another name that I've seen some people call the Ultramarines Primarch. It's like Gilliman or something, Reboot Gilliman, or I don't know how to actually say his name. I've seen people call him Rowboat Gillyman. And I also saw I saw a TikTok today that was talking about Chaos Space Marines and like how brutal they were, and just like one of the it wasn't top comment, which I'm kind of pissed off about because I think it deserved to be top comment, but it said more like Adeptus Astartes, and like that's amazing. I love it. Because also the subject matter is just so, like, serious most of the time. And then they're like, yeah, Rowboat Gillyman. His superpower is paperwork. And, like, they're not wrong. Primordial Beasts. Those knots and stuff. Primordial Beasts. Sorry, what do you mean by primordial beasts? Do you mean like the the tree spirits? Red Corsairs are considered a renegade chapter as opposed to... How's it going? It is going good, you know, just sort of enjoying my weekends. Well, starting to. Things are going good. How about you? There we go. That is what I was looking for. Let's read this real quick. The most ancient of the Fire Monk's incantations, which is interesting also. Forgot about that until kind of like I said it a second ago. It is said that this incantation was used during the war against the Giants long ago, during which it protected the champions of the Erd Tree. So the champions of the Erd Tree don't have an Erd Tree incantation to protect them during the war against the Giants from fire. They used Fire Monk incantations, and they used one of the oldest ones, almost like they developed it for the war. They started practicing Fire Monk stuff in preparation for the war, almost, which is something I hadn't thought about until now. Because, I mean, there are Fire Giant incantations, those are different. It seems like the Fire Monk... It's almost like the first Erd Tree champions were Fire Monks, which is weird. I don't even know what to think about that. Whoopsie daisy. For real? Whatever. They also regularly pull in other Marines, just reading the tale of the Wolf Fenris. Ooh, cool. 100 Red Corsairs stole a Space Wolf vessel. Oh man. That is awesome. Which people also call Ultramarine Smurfs. Love it. My turn. We're looking at the troll, I was thinking Misbegotten and their kin. Oh, gotcha. First recognized the Fire Monks when they say their magic useful. Yeah, I was wondering, like... I am of the opinion that the Erd Tree might not have existed until after the war against the Giants. I'm not sure totally how to feel about that, because there's also something that says that, like, when the Giants roared, it would, like, the Roar Medallion says stuff about how the Erd Tree was affected by their roaring, and it's like, why... They're called champions of the Erd Tree, I guess that could be, like, afterwards, like, retrospectively, the people that were known as the champions of the Erd Tree used that. He's had like one hit left too. Hate those guys. Been playing with the lightning ram only build. Surprising how viable it is. Wait, are you serious? I would have thought that isn't it like kind of slow too? That is funny. I would not have thought that that was viable. Oops. I feel like the Erd Tree is more recent. The other Great Tree, because there's another dead Great Tree, right? That is sort of debatable. I am of the opinion that the Great Tree was like an older tree that existed before, but some people are of the opinion that the Great Tree was like potentially just like another name for the Erd Tree in the past. It's also, I also think it's very possible that it's sort of like a combination of the two, in the way that like the Erd Tree can kind of still be seen as like a continuation of the Crucible of Life. In a previous stream, I talked about how like something can be killed even if it's not killed by like unmaking its identity, and I think that that's kind of like maybe what the Erd Tree could have done. Like it just is the Crucible of Life rearranged in tree form. Maybe the Crucible of Life doesn't exist anymore, but it does feel. It's tricky. It's like, at what point does a thing stop being what it was? Or like, how much do you have to change a thing before it is considered a different thing? Kind of a Ship of Theseus deal. Oh. Wow, okay. I came here for what I needed anyway. I don't even need to fight this guy. I'll just run past him. What a jerk. Oh yeah, let's read the Roar Medallion real quick. Because it is one of the things that makes it kind of hardest to reconcile the fact that, like, maybe the Erd Tree didn't exist. This is in ancient times, giants were mortal enemies of the Erd Tree. Their bellowing roars desolated nature, triggering avalanches and whipped up storms of like, mortal enemies of the Erd Tree. Isn't that how the Zamor describe themselves? Like the mortal enemies of the giants? Do I have any Zamor stuff at all? Do I have the Zamor mask or anything? Of course not. Okay, well, let's try to go get that then real quick. I don't think I need anything down here, actually. Pretty sure you're correct about the Crucible and Erd Tree. There are a lot of beliefs that show a tree with different roots. Couldn't the Crucible be a tree-like thing? Yes, I think that it probably was, because Soluria's tree is like this spear that looks very tree-like, but it also kind of looks like horns. I'm of the opinion, and it says that it was modeled after the. It says that it was. It also seems to equate the Great Tree to the Crucible in a way, because it kind of says that like it's modeled after the Great Tree, which is like modeled after. One thing says it has Great Tree ornamentation. The helmet, Soluria's helmet, and the spear itself says that it's designed to look like the Erd Tree's Crucible, which could imply that the Great Tree is the Crucible of Life, but. Yeah. Okay, what the hell? I just... God, what was I doing? I don't remember. Well, okay, well, let's at least maybe try to get the other medallion there. Oh, okay, something I could do for some experience. I hadn't thought about this more. I don't think I ever went to deeper depths. That's where Stelluria's tree is too. So yeah, I mean, I think it's very likely or very possible that the Crucible was some. I guess, I don't know, I haven't thought of, like, the Crucible as possibly being the Great Tree for a while, but, like, the Soluria's tree does seem to kind of imply that. But there's also, like, all kinds of translation things that kind of just make the word Great Tree kind of seem like it's possible that it is sort of like a general term used to just kind of mean, like, big tree, like great meaning large. Which, I don't know. I don't know how much that changes things, because I still think it's really possible, even if the Great Tree and the Erd Tree were, like, two different trees, that they were, like, not different trees, like, it was just, like, you know, a tree that was burned down and then grew from its ashes. So it's, like, you know, the same tree in a lot of ways, just sort of rearranged and, like, in a new form, possibly. Like, I think that was, like, how it was supposed to go. How the cycle, I think there was kind of like a cycle that was supposed to happen, and America was like, I'm special, though. I don't have to do that. I don't want to do that. America was like, you know, what if we just didn't die? Has anyone ever thought of that? Like, yes, bitch. It's like everyone's first thought. It's a bad idea. Cool. Good job helping out your bro over here. Oops. Whoa. Okay. Wow, that's... Good. Whoops. Shouldn't have tried to heal right there, but that's okay. I'm doing good damage, and there is a lot of stuff I can do to kind of make that a little easier on myself. That's not what I needed. Okay, so let's get a little bit more dexterity. Let's get... I thought there was something else that I wanted to use to... Guess not? I don't remember. Alright, let's try this again. Wow, okay. Took too many hits, in my opinion, there, but it's fine. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, that... okay, damn. Cool. Right, so far so good. Gotta kill him before his little... the other bro comes over here. No, don't know whether to call him little. So kind of... That was Vacuum Slice, which is like a lost skill, like considered like a lost skill or something, I think, according to its description. Not fast enough. You know, these things are interesting too because they appear to be made out of stone and are living things. So they could have something to do with the primeval current, or like are they like possibly from another world? Like, were they created or were they born? Whoa, okay. Ow. Uh-oh. That was so close. Okay, I'm just whiffing all these dodges. Okay. The other one's showing up, I need to hurry. Good, 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 good. Okay, I think that might be it. Alright. Ooh, let's get out of here with that. See if we can use some Taker's Flames, maybe get a little bit of health back. Nope. Also, they're mended with this stuff called Corpse Wax, which, I'm not totally sure on this yet, but like, the... Damn. Some of them... Jeez. So some of them are mended with blackened corpse wax. The ones that follow Malkath. And that could imply that, you know, Black Flame makes black corpse wax. And there's a lot of corpse wax around Lindell. Kind of like, looks like it's like oozing all around certain surfaces and stuff, so it's worth, and there's ashes everywhere too, so it's worth wondering if something, you know, something more happened there than just like a tree fire. But anyway, it's 8:04, so I'm gonna wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And Feels Okay, thanks for 20 months. That is crazy. See you guys.